How you guys doing today? Yeah, so today I'm back at it because I told myself I gotta be more consistent. If you guys see my video yesterday, I was talking to you guys about what you do off of the charts represents how you are on the charts, right? So I gotta stay disciplined, stay creating videos for you guys. And yeah, today we're back at it. So I was reading this book called Mastery by Robert Greene. And in the book, it basically talks about mastering a skill, and how to master a skill, right? I'm not completely done the book. It's just been on my mind and just something that I wanted to talk about. If you guys don't know, I'm an avid reader. I love to read a bunch of books. It's been kind of slow lately. I haven't really been reading as much as I should. But this book kind of like changed my perspective on trading, right? So getting into trading, I was like, okay, I used to get frustrated. I used to be like, you know what, like I don't know if what I'm doing is good enough, because I'm not achieving the goals that I set for myself in the time frame that I would like to see. I'm not saying that I'm not doing well. I'm not saying that I'm I might be doing better than other people, but what I'm trying to say is, like, for myself personally, there's certain goals and achievements that I had that when I didn't see those goals, that used to make me frustrated, very, very, very frustrated. And in this book, it just kind of told me, like, if you really want to become a master at something, that is going to take time, right? They say on average, it takes 10,000 hours to become a master at something. And I think in the book, it also says that 10,000 hours usually equates to 7 to 10 years. So imagine it takes 7 to 10 years to really become a master at something, and you think that you're going to be a master in 1 year. That is not even close. You understand? When it comes to really mastering a craft, when it comes to really learning a craft, you gotta understand that it's gonna take time, right? And I just believe that reading this book is kind of put it in perspective for me, because I know that it's going to be a long journey. And I believe that once you start to accept that and accept the fact that if you really truly love something and you really are in it for the right reasons, then you don't really care how long it takes. You understand? One thing that comes to mind is a basketball player, Kobe Bryant, right? You would say Kobe Bryant, when you see Kobe Bryant play the game, you really look at him and be like, you don't think he's there just for the paycheck. You understand? You look at Kobe and he's like, yo, Kobe loves this game. You understand? Like, Kobe, like, that's what fuels him. He has a passion for what he does, right? And if you come into this chart, if you come into the game of trading and you're like, you know what? I'm only here for the money. When it comes to certain pitfalls and failures, you're not going to be down for the ride, right? But if you really want to become a master at this and you know that it's going to take time, then wherever you are at right now in your trading journey, wherever it is, you might be a few months down the line, a few years, you understand? You know that once you become a master at your craft, or I digress. I don't know even how people even say that. I digress. But once you really become a master at your craft, then you know, okay, I'm going to really sit down. And if you really want to become a master at your craft, you know that you're gonna sit down and you don't care how long it takes in order for you to really master this skill. I literally, it's so crazy because I was talking to you guys. I thought about something and I got a brain fart, and I was like, you know what? I was gonna bring it up, but I'm not even gonna get into that right now. You understand? I'm gonna keep the topic of what it is. So, yeah, just learn to just master your craft and know that it's gonna take time, right? I think once you really like sit down and really think about it and understand that, that's when you kind of achieve a different level of freedom in your brain, in your mind, because you know that you kind of giving yourself grace in a sense, where you come in and you don't expect too much from yourself, but you also understand that you are on a journey, and the journey that you are on is going to take you from where you are now to that vision in your mind where you probably picture the Lambos, the nice house, the beautiful girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and just know that it starts with just one day at a time. Don't be too hard on yourself and think, okay, like I'm not really good at this right now. Just know that if it takes 10,000 hours to really become a master at something, then be ready to put in your 10,000 hours, right? If you're not willing to put in your 10,000 hours in anything that goes in I don't even know what type of skills there are out here for you to put in your 10,000 hours. It could be reading. You want to be a master at reading, literature, writing. Be ready to put your 10,000 hours. Robert Greene, the author of this book, I'm pretty sure he put in his 10,000 hours. Kobe put in his 10,000 hours. LeBron put in his 10,000 hours. Anybody who's really a master, and if you say that you really want to become a master, be ready to put in your 10,000 hours, and don't look for instant gratification, right? Don't look to, okay, yeah, I'm going to get into this game and right away I'm going to be amazing. I'm not saying you can't be. I don't know if there's a special talent out there or a special gift that some people have that other people don't have when it comes to trading, but if you're not there yet, just give yourself some time. At the end of the day, everything comes with time, everything comes with experience. Even me being in front of this camera, I'm doing everything off the top of my brain, sometimes getting stuck thinking, okay, I'm repeating the same things over and over again, I think. But over time, I'm going to become a better person at being in front of the camera, becoming a better speaker in front of the camera, right? I could talk about trading all day long, all right? I could talk about support, resistance, risk management, psychology. I could talk about the fundamentals. I could talk about whatever. But for some reason, when it comes to being in front of the camera, it's a little bit different. You start to overthink what you are saying, right? And these are the challenges that I'm going through, and I'm learning this skill right now. Coming into this skill is frustrating, right? There's times where I don't want to be in front of the camera, right? There's times that even on the beginning of my trading journey that I didn't want to be in front of the charts, right? It used to hurt my head. I'm like, bro, you know what? There's a point in time I remember that I wanted nothing to do with trading for like a whole month. I didn't even trade. I didn't even look at the charts. Well, obviously I did. Like, I'm lying if I said that. But I didn't want to trade at all. And there's going to be times of frustration when you get into any type of skill. But you got to remember, you got to push past that. And once you push past that, that's when you start to see some really good results. That's when you could really sit down and be like, okay, all right, I'm going to push past the frustration. I'm going to push past not being good at something, right? And feeling insecure about whatever I'm doing. That's when you're going to start to see, okay, yeah, all right, every day I'm going to be in front of the camera, for example, or every day I'm going to be in front of the charts, and it starts to become fun after a while. Learning anything starts it's like almost like a process. You learn something, it's interesting at first, then you start to get frustrated, then you get bored at the skill, and then it's like after that it's like boom, you start to really zone in and really learn what you need to learn. And you got to come into this with that mentality that you got to push past those things, push past the frustration, push past the boredom, push past the instant gratification of thinking that you're going to be a master in 1 to 2 to 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to come on and talk about. I hope I wasn't too repetitive, or I didn't say certain things that you guys didn't resonate with. But